Hey, what's going on, everyone? Righto, so a little bit of a different one today. Now, I'll give you a bit of backstory. I've just pulled into the yard now. A bit of a backstory on this one. So, got a good customer. He's had me move his little Corolla that he has been working on for quite some time to mechanic after mechanic after mechanic to get this thing built. Right, he rang me about 2 weeks ago and said, look, can you take it over to a dyno in Gympie? I said, what's wrong? He goes, they just can't get it to run properly. It won't work, right? It's a different sort of thing. Side draft carbies, MSD ignition, aftermarket distributor. And I said, look, I'll talk to Captain. We don't take on, as you guys know, we don't take on outside work, okay? But it had been to that many different guys and he spent that much money that it just needed to go to someone like Captain to get it sorted out properly. So he's just turned up here to pick up the car, okay? And we're going to get out, and it's probably easier for Captain to explain what's the car, what it is, and what he had to repair, and what people had butchered on this car to get it to run properly. So we'll go over and say hello to the boys. I've just rolled back into the yard. I've still got to Brisbane yet today, guys. So we'll just call in and say hello quickly and run through what it's got and what's going on. So this is Micah. He
How you going?
hang on. He owns the car.
How you going, fellas?
And I'm hoping you're happy.
Yeah, I'm bloody happy as.
All right, I've just ran through and told him you've been to quite a few different mechanics and places and just cannot get it right.
Yep.
So we'll let Leith run through what it is, what was wrong, and then what got repaired.
All right, so basically just twin cam to automated 1.6. Basically they come out in the early Corollas, or mid-90s Corollas and stuff like that. They're a bloody good little engine. But yeah, what had happened is the carbies weren't synced properly. So what was going on is one carby was actually open a fair way and the other carby wasn't open at all. So it basically just ran like a bag of snot, really. So what I had to do is synchronise the carbies, redo all the idle mixtures, because it was just, yeah, I wish I had filmed it when it was running bad, because it was actually terrible.
I did start it up the other day, the other morning, and you could hear how different it was.
It sounded like it had a massive cam,
yes,
but it actually has standard cams in it. And the other issue it had is they'd run it's got a digital 6AL MSD in it, which is basically your ignition box, but they'd run it through the standard ignition module in the distributor. So what that was doing, it was actually delaying the signal from the distributor to the MSD, and when you did the initial rev on it, it would actually retard the timing before it would advance it, and that's why it had pretty much a big dead spot as you were accelerating. So once I took that out and just ran it straight to the actual magnetic pickup wires on the 6AL, it gave it 20 degrees straight up. So then I had to actually back the timing off, and it was only previously it was only giving it 10 degrees of advance, so it was set at 15 at idle and only go to 25. Now running through the 6AL properly, got 15 at idle, 35 total, which makes an extra 10 degrees of timing, makes a very big difference. Now, so from what it was to what it is now, totally different.
Okay, so with the carbies, now these were solid mounted, and when he was working on them, he was explaining to me, and I'll let him run through now about...
Oh yeah, okay, so they've always got to have a little bit of movement in. As you can see there, you can move them a little bit. If they're solid mounted, the vibrations of the engine actually aerate the fuel in the bowl. So they do have to, you got to leave them a little bit loose. Yes, they still seal, but there's an O-ring on each side, and they should move just a little bit, so it takes up for the vibration, basically the dampening of the engine vibration. Yeah, because if you do solid mount them, it will just aerate the fuel.
You can see down in there, guys, where it's got that white plastic thing, and then there's an O-ring, which actually takes up that slack, which allows them to slightly move. All right, so, yeah, it was just a case of this thing had been to a couple of different blokes, auto electricians. Everyone had a bit of a bash at it, but no one finished it. One carby wasn't opening at all. It was crazy.
Well, at idle, yeah, it opened, but they were all both out of sync. Like one was opening and then the other one was opening, and at idle, one was open, about probably 8 to the throttle, and the other one wasn't open at all.
So you guys had heard this the other morning when I started it. Like it's just, you just can hear how much smoother that is now, guys, compared to what it was the other day. quite a tidy thing, this. It's not rusted out. You know, it needs a bit of finessing, but now that it is actually drivable, you can start to finish stuff off. Sorry I haven't relayed to any comments yet, guys, but yeah. But it's, yeah, so what's left to do, Leith? What actually...
I need Mike to actually like get a proper dual lever linkage kit for it, because at the moment I still can't get it 100% right, because I've got no adjustment between each throttle, so there's just got a shaft through there, and I have to grind down one side of the shaft just to keep both carburetors closed at the same amount. So once I get a proper linkage kit for it, then I can have like ball adjustments on each one, and then I can set them up 100% right. It's probably 1 or 2% out now. Yeah. But that makes, as you can see, it's still got just the slightest little pop or hesitate, well not hesitate, the slightest little pop, because it's not quite right, so I can't get it any better than that with what's there. So once we get the proper double lever linkage kit for it, that'll make a big difference. So, and then I can, once that's done as well, I can buggerise around with the actual accelerator pumps as well. Because they are slightly big in the accelerator.
And the booster was carrying on too. Did you get to the end of that? Was it?
Oh no, the booster was actually fine. It was just how close the back carby was.
Okay.
It wasn't, the back two cylinders weren't running at all. That's why I just assumed that it was the booster was leaking. So, no, that was fine.
And you just drove it, Mike, or is it any better? Like
yeah, I drove it, yes, it's better.
Yeah, it sounds excellent now. Sounds bloody great.
Yeah. Maybe you can jump in the car with Mike while I go for a drive with him quickly.
Yeah, we'll go for a run, guys. What do you reckon? All right, I'll sort of reply to some comments. Sorry, guys, I just pulled up, and yeah, I've still got to go to Brisbane yet today. I'll just grab my phone holder. We'll go for a run, eh? This little thing's a bit of a... and it's actually pretty quick. Leitho does an awesome job, and to find someone like him that is so versed in EFI as well as carby as well as everything else is... yeah. All right, let's go for a run, eh, guys? Oh.
In it,
yeah, I'll put $10 in it.
Yeah, I've only driven it up the road and back twice. I just need to run road there. So.
What a day! It's been a bit cooler today, guys. Look at that Astra there. What a beast! Woo! All right. Here we go, guys. Let's see what she's going to go like, eh? Yeah.
She's right.
Normally when we go test driving, it's Saturday and there's no traffic. All right. Yeah, we've got a full car load and she's still pulling hard from 1600, isn't it?
And I'm not revving it like that, it's probably only 6.5 grand, it's just been a 8.
So Micah, is that better than what it's been?
Hey, that's excellent. I'm so happy. Thank you so much, Lee.
Yeah, I'll just show that it does actually drive like a normal car, you don't have
to... We generally, guys, don't take on outside work. It's just that Micah has been a good customer for a long time.
Okay, so you can just, you don't have to rev the piss out of it all the time. You can just sound like nearly out of fuel, like a kid at a fuel pump. Yeah, turn around.
Yep, it's chattering.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it, eh? Another day in car lover's paradise. But yeah, we generally don't take on jobs for the public. It's just painful all the time. But Micah's just had a bad run with this thing trying to get it done, and yeah, it's almost out of fuel.
Oh no.
Like you left the keys in the truck.
Oh no. Now we'll get back again.
That's Leith's heavy foot making us run out of fuel. I'll probably go and cut in on the dirt to the front. I think we're going to run out of fuel, guys.
Yeah, we might just have to get some fuel out of the car just so we can get down the servo, or I'll run him down the servo with the jerry can.
Well, there you go, guys. Yeah, it's let's hope Micah's happy, but yeah, this thing was terrible. I struggled to load it on the truck. It ran that bad, but yeah, just something different for today, guys. But yeah, bit of old school carby love. Yeah, I'll go for a bit of a walk around the yard when we get back here, guys, and give you a bit of an update on some other projects. But I've still got to go to Brisbane yet today. At least Micah doesn't lower his cars, eh? Otherwise we wouldn't be able to drive through here.
I didn't want to try and go up the road because I reckon I would have stopped halfway going up then.
Yeah,
Go the roller.
just put fuel in it down here. All right, so
Massive thank you, guys.
glad you're happy,
You can hear
man.
the fuel pump going.
Sorry it took so long to get it over here. Like I've been holding him off for weeks because we haven't had room at the yard, and I stress about having other people's cars here. And yeah, but all right, guys, we'll go for a walk up into the yard and see a bit of progress on some other stuff. The Astra's back together. I haven't driven it yet, but I've got to order some parts to fix the rear wheel cylinder, rear wheel hub. And we'll see what else has been going on. The Bedford's almost back together, which is awesome. But
okay, we got bad news with the Bedford.
bad news with the Bedford?
Yeah,
What's wrong with it?
light loads off the cam.
Oh, you're joking.
It's buggered.
All right. So I've got to put another motor in the Bedford. All right, I've got another 186 over there, I think. I don't know what we're going to do with that now. So the lobes are actually off the cam.
Yeah, there's one valve that doesn't open at all.
Yeah.
And a couple of the other ones, aren't open. Just a little bit. That's why it seemed like it had no compression and was popping.
Can't miss a trick, eh? Yeah. There's one on the front floor of the truck, or there's a big one there. All right, so the Bedford, guys. So the motor and everything was back in, which it is, and he's pulled the rocker cover off. And yeah, so lobes are worn off the cam. So just when I thought this thing was done, I've got to find another red motor. I don't know. I've got another. There's a 202 actually sitting in the Bedford in my backyard. I'll can't miss a trick.
Yeah, like I even took the rockers off here. And yeah, that cylinder there, and the lifter's actually stuck down. It's actually domed over that muscle. That lifter sticks up once you try and wind the motor over, and then you got to knock it back down. So,
all right, well, I'll find another motor.
what can we do?
That's, yeah. Looks like the boys have been getting this Patrol ready to sell, which is good. I'm guessing you've had no time on the
No, not so.
No.
No, I've been trying to get the car
No, that's cool.
ready to sell and all that sort of stuff.
All right, guys. The Astra's looking sweet, but look at that, sitting nice and low. We fixed the window reg on the other side, and we haven't had a chance to do much else. But there you go. I'll read some questions, and then I'm going to have to head off to Brisbane, guys. Hello, everyone that's said hello. Sorry, I've been ignoring the comments, but I'm just sort of trying to get going and keep working. I've done a heap of locals this morning, and then I went to the Sunshine Coast. I just got back to grab some keys off a guy that's broken down near the Esk turnoff. So I've got to go and pick up his car and a trailer. I'm off to Bundaberg tomorrow. So things are busy. But yeah. Yeah, that little Corolla's a beast, isn't it? It's a pity it ran out of fuel on us, but there you go. All right, what do we got? Hey Red, I bought a Demon Carby, and it's a spray fuel out top. You know what? Hang on. The needle and seat. Bought a Demon Carby, and it's spraying fuel out the top. Would you know what's wrong? Needle and seat will be stuck, or the float will be stuck. The float will be stuck open, and it's just filling the fuel bowl up and spraying fuel out the top. At a guess. Nice, keep it rolling.
Demon Car's actually pretty bad for that.
Demon Carbies are they?
Yeah, was it a brand new one?
Was it a brand new Demon Carby, buddy? I'll have to wait for him to answer, but yeah.
Because a lot of times I bought brand new ones and there's been swarf in the bowls.
Oh, okay.
And then that just gets caught in the needle and seat and stuff like that, and
You can give the float bowl a bit of a tap with the back of a screwdriver, and it might stop flowing stuff out, but as he said, if it's a new one, you might want to pull that apart and just check it for swarf and stuff.
And it depends, some of the needle and seats aren't real flash either.
Yeah, Holly's a go. Love me Hollies.
They are Holly and needle and seats, but yeah, I just don't think they use the ones for 100 tips on them.
Do a live stream going to Brisbane. I've got to drive. and I'm by myself going down, so it's probably, and I'd run out of internet service. It's bad enough standing at the workshop, let alone driving. Heaps of live streams, mate. I just don't want to edit at the moment. Okay, hovercraft, got to do some fiberglassing. Haven't had 5 minutes to look at it. And the VN Ute, haven't had 5 minutes to look at it. Just been flat out. Well, you guys have seen, I've been doing live stream most days, so I work all day and then work on the bike or do whatever else we've been doing. But we will get back to everything, guys. It's just, yeah, we're at a point now where it's almost Christmas and we might just push this out, I think, and worry about the Bedford after Christmas now, because we've got to get started on the Tirana. And something else was going to come in here, wasn't it? What we're going to put in here?
Nothing.
Nothing? The 300ZX, I think it's too late to even worry about that this side of Christmas now. So it's, yeah, it's really just a case of starting on the four-wheel drive Tirana, I think. So next couple of days we'll get the Bedford out, get the Tirana over here, get the Jackaroo here, and start to have a look. Well, leitho just finishes off normal jobs like this one, that one, I think the Golf. Just a few cheapies to go out the door to get some money in. But yeah, so is Captain getting dressed up as Santa?
Yeah, every year.
Yeah, he does most days, like even during the year. He's just that festive.
Yeah.
Yeah, ho ho ho. He loves ho ho hos and all that. Yeah, it was a brand new one. Yeah, well there you go. There's probably swarf in the float bowl because Lee said he's come across that before, guys. All right, well, yeah, I hope you enjoyed that update on the Corolla, guys. Yeah. Yeah. It was just so bad, just the way that they'd wired up the distributor wrong and wired it up through existing points and condensers and just
module,
yeah, all the modules. They didn't take out any of the old stuff when they put all the new stuff in. Yeah. So a new distributor, new MSD, but then
a 6AL is basically just an ignition module, but a high output multiple spark one. So the Dizzy already had a module in it, and rather than taking that module out and just running the magnetic pickup to the Dizzy, they left the module in there, and you can't
run two modules, and then so it was just delaying the spark to put it through,
and wouldn't allow it to advance.
Yeah,
so.
and then your timing can't when you actually accelerate with a distributor, it actually advances and and it just. Yeah, surprising it ran. And then the carbies were just atrociously set up. The mixture screws were way out on one and all the way in on the other. One of them, he said, wouldn't even open more than about 5%. And
I know it was open.
Yeah,
opened a fair bit more than the other one. So.
But it's one of those things where if I was doing filming at the moment, we would have had that whole lot. But a little bit better than nothing, guys, at the moment. It's just almost four-wheel drive Tirana time, which I'm hanging out for. So, all right, guys, I'm going to go back to work and head down to Brisbane. We'll see how I've got to go to Bundaberg tomorrow, so I might be around for tomorrow night's Parts Live. If not, Thursday night, we'll probably, hopefully my shocks will be in for the motorbikes. We might be back playing motorbikes. So, yeah, no, he's very happy. Like, he has been pissed about, he registered that thing a while back and hasn't been able to drive it, and he just has spent so much money to get it right, and it cost him a quarter of what he's spent to get Leaf to fix it properly. So, yeah. All right, dudes. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. I hope you're enjoying the live streams for the catch-up stuff at the moment. And let's get stuck into this Tirana. See you.